Today. Okay. I got some more rock and roll style music. This is all stuff that I've written here, the Providence Zen Center. But this song's a little older. It goes way back to Louisiana. I used to call it Devil. But I wanted to update a little bit because it was kind of strong. So this is called A New Devil. Waiting out tonight on the outskirts of the town all night. How long will I wake up in the middle of the night? No one around the hours go by. I can feel the light free. Truth has not been true to me now. On my way up for a change. To be with you, no surprise together. Dark colored short when our honeymoon's over. Don't let it change, got empty tank, and you got a billion appetite. Couldn't wait till back to lands, and we couldn't be done. Turn away from you, I would rather be alone. To have nothing, to abandon everything, try to replace. Kind of love it don't come twice, but do I have to compromise? Is it enough to see it once, and they never come my way again? A light out in this highway, driving past another town with no end of night, not wanting to be anywhere, to be anyone. I always used to see you around down on Bleecker and Ford. You were on your way, but for time and oblivion. I've been away too long, I'm afraid you have overfaded. Time's taken everything. I've seen them, I've seen them break, I've seen it all. What do you expect? It don't amount to nothing, no. I've seen them, I've seen them break, I've seen it all. What do you expect? No way to resolve. I've seen them. What am I to follow you? Let me tell you no, Lord. I've seen them. I've seen them break. I've seen them die. They can't look in their eye. What am I to follow you? Let me tell you no, Lord. Forever long, you are my heart. I never fall now, I come with you. If there ever were a perfect love, came so softly into my life. Forever long, you are my heart. I never fall in. Forever long, you are my heart. I never fall now, in love with you. If there ever was a perfect love, you came so softly into my life. Forever long, you are my heart. I never fall in. True love, it never ends. It continues on through impossible odds. And even though you've moved on, and everything that we were is gone, the love remains strong. It holds me still, keeps me from falling into darkness, a light in the distance. And I'm forever grateful to you. Okay, I'm gonna change it up a little bit. This is the new one. It's called Crazy Love. Crazy Love. In the endless void, even the faintest flicker of your light radiated. How fortunate was I to have you in my life. Was so good to you. Hey dear, set me free, take a part of you. Hey dear, can't you see what you're doing to me? Why can't you stay with me for another day in feet of love? Now I have to go back. to the floor on Diamond Hill. Hey, set me free, take a part of me. Hey, can't you see what you're doing to me? Okay, one more. This one's a little heavy. This one's, I don't know how to explain. But it reminds me, this song reminds me, because it's kind of like a Black Sabbath song. That I was taking this ferry from Busan to Tashima Island. And we got into some really rough seas, about an hour out. Really, really rough. Never seen anything like it. You look out the window and it's just a wall of water. You know, and the boat's going up and down, crazy. Everybody's sick. There's vomiting going on. People are flying around the cabin. And all I could do was put on a set of headphones, turn on some Black Sabbath Volume 4. And it was glorious. It was glorious. So in that vein, this is God of the Void. No more daylight, no way to return. The starlight never changes as it drifts. No more late night, walking with you in the dawnlight as I drift. Caught up the void. Only indeed you, only you, my Lord. It's cold emptiness. It won't be long now. No, it won't be long now. No more me and him. I can't only be bound this foolish as a drift. No more memory. I can't left to see. Nothing to remember as a drift. Caught up the void. Only into you. Only you, my Lord. Cold emptiness. It won't be long now. No, it won't be long now.
Check the LED board. We cannot find anything wrong.
Left behind all it was gone. I admit be a lie. Okay. Every time and don't I put point we trying to the void. Starlight and in this night confined for a lifetime. Speed of light starts to hit high. confined for a night, tiny speeding light starts to hit my name. Sorry if that was too loud on this beautiful day. Oh, that's all I got. That's my set. Thanks a lot.
That was so great. Thank you so much, Sunim. I've wanted to hear you play for so long. Finally. We should do this every week. I've been on that ferry you were talking about, and one of my favorite things was on that ferry, there's like 4 solo karaoke rooms on the top floor, just for when things get rough and you're like, I need to sing. Not for anyone else, just for myself. So I can just imagine these rough seas being sick and just being like, only one thing will save me now, and it's Black Sabbath. Really great. So now we're going to transition into something a little bit different, a little bit lighter maybe, and it's going to be poetry. Got a little poetry open mic. We're going to have a couple of different poetry readers and speakers, and we are going to start with Denise Forest. Denise, why don't you come on up here? Anthony. Yeah, sure. You pick whatever mic you want. Yeah, sure. You pick whatever mic you want.
How about the other mic? Zen students, are you there? Tell me, what year is this for your anniversary party for Zen Sunim? Does anyone know? You over there? Okay. All right. It's got to be more than that. I've been practicing more, I think. Anyway, if you can hear me. Okay, I was driving down Cumberland Road, and I was thinking, Zen Master Sung San, one time in LA, he was yelling at me, and he was saying, "You drive too fast. you drive too fast." And he was trying to say all for nothing, basically. Anyway, so my name is Denise Forest, and I know I'm supposed to be reading poetry, but I don't think it'll matter if I don't say anything about who I am. So I won't start too far back. I won't start when I was 4. I'll start when I was 3. So my mom was asking me this question: where do all your questions come from? And I gave her a really good Zen answer. Right. And then I remember being 7. I remember thinking about putting my mind into my hand. So you can imagine where that was going. Okay. And then I was at Brown, and I was studying engineering, and I was looking in all these existentialist books. And I was looking for something, and I kept opening these books, and I go, that's Spinoza. It's not there. I kept looking. And at 19, I was jumping out of perfectly good airplanes. And after Brown, I bicycled to California, from Colorado to California. I started lucid dreaming in Berkeley, California. I had a precognitive dream about Suduksa Temple, which was settled in the 600s. And Zen Master Sung San gave me the name O Shim, which is enlightenment mind. And one year I came to this temple, and he said, I have a long Buddhist route, whatever that means. I then went on to practice 5 90-day retreats, and I actually was here for the opening Diamond Hill Monastery ceremony. I've been teaching walking meditation for 7 years, and I've written a book called Walking into Enlightenment, which is about to come out in August. That said, thank you. Walking into Enlightenment is going to come out hopefully at the end of this month, I do hope. And in the meantime, it is a manual about how to walk into the state of enlightenment. It's all that I've learned in 69 pages, if you can imagine that. I mean, it's not everything, right? So now let me read a couple poems to you, if I can find them. Look here. Only go straight. Don't know. Instead, this path is zigzag zen. Okay. In affinity, you bring me back to the stream of who. Here's no sign, no story. The sky is limitless blue. This joyful infinity always available to you. Let's see. This one's longer. Hold your breath. No, don't hold your breath. Attention, dear princes, princesses, and Z in between. Remember this tell. You are the garden. Get to know it a spell. Step into your radiance. Be the light, the sunshine within. Enter this freedom, this stream streaming in. You mean this is possible? All this splendor, do tell. Why nobly overthrow commotion entirely then, victory raise. You'll emit, giving light ablaze, loving all to the end. Attend to this magic seed, clear like space, brilliance gleaming within. Wonder this wonder, reveal it, my kin. This ecstasy inside, breathe it all in. Unified be, find the light pouring in. Free from past future, be here in body, soaking it in. Claim it, it's yours, sun-drenched within. And this is from my book, Love Can't Wait by Muskie Fields, written in a pen name. Last poem, unpublished. You stars, you kept me up last night, dancing in the vast sky. Thank you, everyone. Happy birthday to Senften.
Happy birthday! Thank you so much for that. Please let us know when the book comes out. I hope to see it here in the little bookstore. That'd be great. Next up for poetry, we're going to have Eva. Come on up. Also, if anyone else wants to read anything real quick, come find me in the next 10 minutes. Maybe I'll sneak you in.
Hi, everyone. So I'm going to start with some haiku that I wrote here at PZC. Zen temple in Rhode Island, buttercups and grass, life's full of surprises. No koi, no water lilies in Zen pond, just murky emptiness. Thunder louder than fireworks, and yet we're not struck down. The cry of a crow, loudening. You crack your knuckles. It was nothing. So next I'm going to read a poem that I actually wrote during Buddha's birthday weekend when I was staying at the Hermitage back there. And it's called Moment World. Blessed aloneness feels like home, one moment. Someone smoked in here. How disgusting. One moment. You and I, same or different. One moment. Call and response of nightmare pigeons. One moment. Stop thinking and sleep. One moment. Great love, great sadness. There's no escape. After one night, I want my bed. Great sadness. I want. There is more. Don't clap yet. So I didn't want to bore you with too much Zen stuff. Here's a couple poems that I wrote when I was in Morocco a couple months ago. Nothing slips past the faded half moon above high Atlas, except for clay, rocks, dogs eating garbage. Go up the Riyadh rooftop as summer fades to dusty dusk, and the meringue sky rains birdcicles, while morning doves sound, woo-hoo-hoo, peace. And then last but not least, I wrote this, I call them my fun poems. I wrote it while I was here at the art retreat a couple months ago. This one is called Pick Your Poison. You can eat all mushrooms, a few only once. Mayaples won't kill you if fully ripe. Nettles will sting you and cure all your ills. Wild grapes are delicious, but don't touch moon seeds. You can pet most dogs without getting bit, or lick a toad to go on a trip. Corn smut or ergot can be quite transcendent, but side effects of breathing are dose dependent. If you ate tomatoes and lived to tell the tale, you know life and death are loving bedfellows. So don't be too careful about your only life. You must risk it all, whatever's tried. Thank you.
Do you want to move him over here? Yeah. All right, Paul, we're going to have you come. We're going to put you through the gauntlet. Point the direction. You're going to come through here. Let's turn the computer around. Cool.
Where am I standing?
We're gonna put you.
And I don't need this really.
You
I
don't
mean,
need
I can use it if you want or not.
Yeah. We're gonna have you switch.
Okay.
Okay.
All good.
So I can move the pedal board, Sneak.
I'm good here. Whoops. Why is this? Oh, I see. Can you hear me now? Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Do you see him? I can see. Yes, I also see movies popping up. Can we get the?
Just going to check to see if I know how to do this up here.
Got you. Go ahead. Try to open one up, Paul. Double click. There you go. And then go to full screen at the top.
Okay, but if I don't full screen at the top.
Here.
Over here?
No. It'll be. really hard to see. It's that
yeah,
square
okay.
right there.
This one?
Yeah, I believe.
Okay.
There you go. And
Now-
then when you want to get out of it, just click that after it. Okay, and you can scroll through.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
so
Yeah. Yeah.
there you go.
They're all in order. Okay.
Scroll through
Good.
it there, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Now I got it straight. So, a very brief introduction about this. Several years back, I had the great pleasure of running into the American Buddhist poet Diane de Prima. You may or may not know her. She died just a few years back, and I worked with her. I've always sort of written poetry, but it's like you try to play the guitar all by yourself without anybody showing you what to do with your left hand. You're in a mess. And so de Prima just really took me through what it meant to write solid poetry, which was an astonishing gift. At that time, I was also, and through my life, I've been a more or less a graphic artist in many ways. So I started writing this poetry, and I started coupling it with pictures. And so I'm going to read 5 picture poems for you tonight, and the pictures, the sheets they come from, will be displayed on the screen here. Oh, and last but not least, several of these prints and some that I'm not reading tonight, as well as a little book about the Iraq War that I wrote in 2003, are all over there near the art stuff on the front table, and they're just available if you want to take one or another of them. Okay, so the first 2 poems are backcountry mountain poems with very different flavors, but here's the first. He tramped down through high desert until he came to the edge of wilderness, returned to the shore where cars and road reappeared, and he noticed Earth's rhythm is hard to miss in lichened mountain wilderness, but look, it's here too, if hard to see, in hot car tires misery. And this is a very different poem. This was written when my wife and I were hiking in Europe, which we only did once, and we didn't know where we were going, and it was hot, and it was a mess, and it was scary, and obviously I'm here, so we got through it. But here's a poem that reflects that, and the wonderful conclusion to the difficulties. Poem that reflects that, and the wonderful conclusion to base. We slog through the high meadow grass, disoriented, liquid-muscled Amazon woman. Back, back, before miserable dry death, exhausted in cold night. Back to base camp, swing down spring ravines, lumber across sheer slick rock, drop slowly into arms of love. Estoy contigo, Shushu, we are love, the crystal waters of rest. Whoops. Didn't show you that. I didn't show you that one, but it's okay. Okay, this is a much different vein. Bodhidharma's bulging eye screams truth to numbness, rolls to Japan and rests in the dragon's skull to instruct gold-encrusted emperors not on merit. To instruct gold-encrusted emperors on merit. And this is a poem that one time my wife and I came, I think we came to the Zen Center, and then we decided to go to the Rhode Island shore, or maybe vice versa, I can't remember. And the shore was quite stunning that day, and here's the poem that appeared from that. Empty, the heart of transcendent wisdom, radiant waves, transition, flat to the horizon, water, Prussian to baby blue, up behind puff clouds. And all this time, as breezes blow late into warm suns, still the jaws of hungry Onan crunch down on black backs, and fires of forgotten eco-wisdom scorch friends on the far coast. Ignorance only in the flesh heart. Radiant wisdom of wave, empty wisdom, heart of wisdom, of all substance connected despite acrid fleshy transgressions, despite the flesh heart that heralds itself as king. And here's I'll get the picture for you. So this is a very different piece. I was traveling in Spain, and in Barcelona, there's this, I forget what the hill is called, but it overlooks the harbor, and it's quite spectacular. And it also happens to be the place where Franco's prison was during that era, the era before. And so this is a poem that reflected my experience up there, called High Point Above Barcelona Harbor. Franco's old prison stands innocent above Barcelona Harbor. Families come for a tour, and teenagers with skateboards for the thrilling ride. A crusted cannon points to the sea. Disembodied voices whisper of the many who disappeared behind these featureless walls, wounds of a civil war long over. No common language found to heal the broken tongues. No common language found to heal Barcelona or all the wounded, shining cities of this first world. That's it.
I asked a couple of people. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. All right, I'm going to have a couple last-minute people come up for poems. So, Andrew, you want to come on up? And Paul, thank you so much. That was wonderful. It's great to have poetry with some visualizations.
So I didn't expect to come up here at all. Very nervous, heart's beating very fast, but here I am. Yeah.
That's why it's good practice.
That's why it's very good practice, the best practice. And I encourage anyone out there who's like, I don't know, maybe I want to, maybe I don't. Just do it. Just do it. This is from a song called Release by the artist Gift of Gab, known under the pseudonym Black Alicious, and it features Saul Williams. And this is just a piece of that song. It's about a 10-minute song. It's one of my favorites. So here we are. Inner breathlessness, outer restlessness. By the time I caught up to freedom, I was out of breath. Grandma asked me what I'm running for. I guess I'm out for the same thing the sun is sunning for, what mothers birth their youngins for, and some say Jesus coming for. For all I know, the earth is spinning slow. Sun's at half-mast 'cause masses ain't aglow. On bended knee, prostrate before an altar tree, I'd made the forest suit me. Tables and chairs, papers and prayers, matter versus spirit, a metal ladder. a wooden cross, a plastic bottle of water, a mandolin encased in glass, a spirit encased in flesh, sound from shaped hollows, the thickets of mucus released from heightened passion, a man that cries in his sleep, a truth that has gone out of fashion, a mode of expression, a paint-splattered wall, a carton of cigarettes, a bouquet of corpses, a dying forest, a nurtured garden, a privatized prison, a candle with a broken wick, a puddle that reflects the sun, a piece of paper with my name on it. I'm surrounded. I surrender. All that I am, I have been. All I have been has been a long time coming. I am becoming all that I am. The spittle that surrounds the mouthpiece of the flute, unheard yet felt, a gathered wetness, a quiet moisture, sound trapped in a bubble, released into wind.
That was great. Thank you so much. It's always when it's unexpected that it's the most joyous and the most growth I find from performing, is when you don't know when you're going to do it. Now we're going to have a poem by Rumi read by Siobhan. Siobhan is down in Plymouth. The first time I ever met her was on a work period here at PZC, and she is an absolute force of nature. She asked to read a poem, and how could we possibly say no?
So I had a talk this morning with a bunch of people and trying to introduce them to meditation. And at the end, I read this poem to them. So I figured I'd share it because I already did this morning. It's by Rumi. Inside this new love, die. Your way begins on the other side. Become the sky. Take an axe to the prison wall. Escape. Walk out like somebody suddenly born into color. Do it now. You're covered with thick cloud. Slide out the side. Die and be quiet. Quietness is the surest sign that you've died. Your old life was a frantic running from silence. The speechless full moon comes out now.
Thank you so much. For the last poet that I'm going to bring up, Carol, do you want to do one too? All right, come on up. She does so much. What's one more little thing?
I am not a poet. This is not written by me, but it has touched my life for the almost the past 2 years, and I look at it all the time and I read it all the time. This was written by Ken Kessel, Zen Master Jakum, and I don't see him here, so he can't stop me. So on February 10th, 2024, my brother Fred died. He was born on February 10th, 1944, so he was 80 years old, and he died on his birthday. And Ken heard about that, and within maybe 3 days, he wrote this poem. So it just touches me. For Fred, who died on his birthday, exiting at the point of entry, only for the rare. As we mourn, we get to celebrate. Ever thoughtful.
That's wonderful. Thank you, Carol. So that was our penultimate poet. Now for the last poet I'm going to bring up. Danielle told me at the beginning of this that I could pretty much do whatever I wanted, so that's what I'm doing. I want to bring up our abbot at Cambridge Zen Center, John Colwaite. I just want to say John is one of the most tender-hearted, kindest, most joyous people I've ever met, and we are so lucky to have him. I'd do anything for this man.
Thanks, Anthony. I fooled you. All right, thanks. Just a couple short poems. Thanks for the opportunity. I have a collection of poems called Fall Down 7, Stand Up 6. And this is called Wrong Word. One wrong word, and it's straight to hell on a rocket ship. Fall down 7, stand up 6. Right word. One right word, and sweet absolution floods the soul. Stand up once and for all. Reflections in a moss garden. People spend too much time with people and not enough time with rocks. The off-ramp gardens, which you see driving here and there, and you'll see them tonight when you leave and when you come back again. The lonely sumac trees that huddle together, penned in by side rails, fertilized by cigarette butts, feel the cough wind of exhaust and reach their neon green leaves against the city. They shelter tangles of grass-snagged bottles, resting like long perch in a fisherman's net. And a few dandelions poke through, reaching out of these off-ramp gardens to flash an upturned yellow at the traffic lights who can't make up their minds. And here's a little risky one. No offense. It's called Set It Straight. The prophets created atheists by writing that abominable monstrosity they call the Bible. Poor God has to put up with all that blasphemy. Oh yeah, she's tried to set the record straight by making flowers bloom. Thank you.
John Colwaite. We don't spend enough time with rocks. We have a rock garden at CZC that always just sits there, and no one ever uses it. And it's like, oh, that's nice. So, John, I promise you I'm going to build that rake and get someone to do it at work period every week so we can spend more time with rocks. Josh. That concludes our poetry. Now, some music by the kitchen master of Providence Zen Center, Josh.
Hi, everyone. Just give me a second to plug my stuff in, and then I got 3 songs for you. None of them are originals, unfortunately, but I've got a couple jazz standards, a little Latin music, some Santana. And I won't really talk anymore. I'll just play. But I have an album out. If you'd like to hear it, it's everywhere, Spotify. But I have little QR codes that you can scan. If you want one, I have one for you. So just come see me, and if I have to get more, I'll get more. Believe it or not, I make a little money off of people streaming the music. So, yeah, anyway, thank you. You can hear that? Okay. Thank you. All right, I just got one more. This is one of my favorite songs ever to play. It's called Europa. It's made famous by Santana, so I hope you enjoy it.